Hello, learners, and welcome to mathematics class. On our mathematics class today, we want to talk about money. We are going to be learning how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide money in real life situations. Now, what do you understand by the word money? Money is simply what we use to buy and sell goods and services. Money is what we use to buy and sell goods and services. It also measures value, stores wealth, and pays debts. Now let's see money in various denominations or in different notes. Like we have 1,000 naira, 500 naira, you have 200 naira, you have 100 naira, you have 50 naira, you have 20 naira, you have 10 naira, and you have 5 naira. All these are called denominations, money in various denominations. Let's look at money in naira. We have 1,000 naira, 500 naira, 200 naira, 100 naira, 50 naira, 20 naira, 10 naira, and 5 naira. We want to talk about how to do addition using money. Addition that involves money. When you want to do addition that involves money, the first thing to do is arrange the money values in columns the same way you arrange your numbers, your regular numbers when you want to do addition. Secondly, always align the decimal points properly. Make sure the decimal points are on the same line. Make sure they align. Here is an example of an addition that involves money. 450 naira 50 kobo plus 300 naira 25 kobo. Write it the same way you write your numbers for addition. Now 0 plus 5 will give us 5. 5 plus 2 will give us 7. 0 plus 0 will give us 0. 5 plus 0 will give us 5. And 4 plus 3 will give us 7. So our answer is 750 naira 75. Let's look at how to subtract using money. That is subtraction that involves money. For example, 450 naira 50 kobo minus 300 naira 25 kobo. Write it the same way you write your numbers before doing subtraction. Now you cannot take away 5 from 0, so you borrow 1. That will give us 10. 10 minus 5 will give us 5. Remember that you borrowed 1 from 5, so that is now 4. 4 minus 2 will give you 2. Don't forget to bring down your decimal number. 0 minus 0 will give you 0. 5 minus 0 will give you 5. And 4 minus 3 will give you 1. So our answer is 150 naira 25 kobo. Now let's talk about how to multiply using money. How do you multiply numbers that involve money? Now to multiply numbers that involve money, the first thing to do is you ignore the decimal points and you multiply the numbers normally the same way you do your multiplication. When you've gotten your answers, then you put back the decimal points at the proper points where it should be, and then you would have your final answer. For example, let's say 250 naira times 3. Write the numbers out the same way you write your number for multiplication. 0 times 3 will give us 0. 5 times 3 will give us 15. You write your 5. The remaining one will be kept at the top of 2. Now 2 times 3 will give you 6 plus your remainder 1 is will give you 7. So that means 250 naira times 3 will give you 750 naira. Now, lastly, let's talk about how do we divide using money. Division that involves money. When you want to do division that involves money, first divide the amounts like a normal number, the same way you do your division. And when you are done, secondly, place the decimal points correctly at the points where they should be, and you have your final. Now, an example on division, let's say 75 naira 60 kobo divided by 4. To divide this, you follow this step. First of all, 4 goes in 7 just once. That's remainder 3. So you bring down your 5. That will give you 35. 35 divided by 4. 4 goes into 35 8 times. That's remainder 3. You bring down your 6. That's 36. 36 divided by 4 will give us 9. Remainder 0. So you bring down the 0. 0 divided by 4 is 0. So our final answer is 18 naira 90. Now, based on what we have learned on money, it's practice time. Now, based on what we have learned on money, it's practice time. Now, based on what we have learned on money, it's practice time. Now, let's practice how to add, subtract, multiply, and to divide money with the following questions. Number one, Joy buys a bag for 500 naira and shoes for 750 naira. How much did she spend in total? When you add it together, your answer will be 1,250 naira. If John has 1,000 naira and spends 650 naira 75 kobo on groceries, how much does he have left? In this, you have to subtract, and your final answer will give you 349 naira 25 kobo. Another question, a family orders 5 plates of rice at 1,200 naira per plate. How much is the total cost? Now you multiply the numbers of people in the family by the total price, which is 1,200 times 5. That will give you 6,000 naira. Now the final practice question. A group of 4 friends share 5,000 naira equally. How much does each person get? When you are sharing, that's division. So 5,000 divided by 4. That will give you 1,250 naira. Thank you for participating in today's mathematics class. I believe you must have learned a lot about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division that involves money. Thank you. Please join us for the next math class. Enjoy.